So as always, thank you, of course, for being on today. I didn't do a team huddle last week. We had Mother's Day, and you definitely, always deserve some time to relax, whether you're a mom or not. Everybody's got a mom, so you might not have a relationship with them, but everyone's got one. So thanks for being on today, guys. I know it's kind of short notice. We are going to continue doing them every Sunday unless otherwise stated. Um, like I know in about 2 weeks, I'm going to need somebody else to host it because I will be coming back and having bad reception from the mountains. So if someone wants to kind of start thinking about that. Today, really kind of just open Q&A, and then we're going to do a work session for what time we have. But I wanted to briefly talk about one, again, posting, and then two, actually reaching out to people and asking them, hey, I'm looking for some product models. Can I send you some info, sort of a thing, and what to say from there. When it comes to your posting, please, please, please do not copy paste. Try not to use the same post over and over. And I'm only saying this to protect you guys. The more you keep using the same post or something with very, very similar wording, the less people are going to see it. And that's just how Facebook works. I know we've talked about it several times also, as far as like show people what the products do. Every day I am posting a before and after. The reason being, guys, and it's up to you. You can take, for the week, you can decide to stick with WOW results or WRAP results or system results, whatever. But the reason why is we want to show people what the products do. I have so many times been like, hey, who wants to try this? Have you tried that crazy wrap thing? And people think I'm talking about food still. So don't assume people know what you're selling. Do not assume. So show them what those products do. One thing that I've been finding is really, really beneficial in posting before and afters is cropping to just the before. And saying like, this lady just wrapped or this lady just wowed. You've got to see what happened. Now, when I'm saying wrapped and wow, I always keep an emoji attached to that because it makes it really hard for Facebook to know that you're typing wrapped or wow or whatever, or it works. Like I always have an emoji attached. I don't even say it works a lot of the times because it really doesn't matter what the name of our company is. What matters is that the products work. So you don't tend to see me hashtagging it works or saying, I need people who want to start with it works and things like that. So if before and afters are what get people really looking into the products, because somebody's going to relate to that. So when I post that before, I usually will ask for a little bit of love from somebody, and I'll say, hey, I'm messaging you, I'm texting you. So now they're like, great, I want to see it. Like, I want to see it. So I'm going to have to say, yeah, I'd like to see. And as soon as they type that, I want to put their name down on my list to follow up. So then I can actually message or text somebody that result, which is even cooler because if your result isn't corporate approved, that's okay to share that privately, but you tend to get more results that way. Unfortunately, I mean, it's just such a game with Facebook. Like they scan our before and after pictures and they can tell it's a before and after. They can see our logo and they hide it because it's got our logo on a product or whatever. So there's just so many things that go into it. They're always going to be ahead of us in the game in that sense because they've got a lot more money than we do, okay? They know more about their own platform, okay? So that seems to be working pretty well. As far as the business opportunity goes, when it goes posting about that, if before and afters are what kind of like really get people interested in seeing that transformation themselves, what's going to get people interested in the business opportunity is the little things that you have accomplished because of this business. That doesn't have to be monetary. That could be friends. That could be just a simple opportunity from working, from your bed. Kyla had a really good post the other day, and I screenshot it and I used it as my opportunity post for the day. It was about how it works helps her pay for diapers and an extra $20 to help mow her lawn for the day. And that's the types of things that people like that speak to people. You know, there's so many people out there that are like paycheck to paycheck, diaper to diaper. Like, I'm just about out of diapers and we don't have the money for diapers. So she's talking to that one person that's in that situation, or that wants to get their lawn mowed, but they have to do it themselves because they don't have the extra money or something like that. So that was really, really good. I screenshot it and I was like, gosh, I love this business. I love that I met this girl on Facebook, first of all. Never had met her in my life, and I get to help her do this. So you guys can screenshot my opportunity posts and be like, gosh, I just love being a part of this team, things like that. So there's just so many different ways you can do it. For me, I do, when I see someone say like, you know, I'm looking for those stay-at-home moms, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why that one tends to get put a lot, but because I'm not a stay-at-home mom, and I actually find like men are really good in this business too. So it is good to post to just one group, but I like to talk to somebody in a sense. Like you wanna get their feelers going. Like you might be sitting there wondering, you know, type that up in your post. You might be sitting there wondering, how am I going to have extra money to put my daughter through gymnastics this summer, or my son through baseball this summer? And that's what this business is about. You know, that's a post you can make. You want to get their feelers going and explain to them, get the emotion involved into that post. So I just wanted to kind of go over that and give the tips in that sense. Before we went into like a little work session. Oh, my dog's driving me crazy. As far as reaching out to people about being product models, product testers, I want to do a little back and forth role play with you as to what I do. Megan, would you mind just being like my potential that I reach out to, and that way you can ask whatever you want. And if someone else has a different scenario that they want to go over, we can do that as well.
Okay.
So, hey Megan, it looks like you had an awesome Mother's Day. It looks like you guys had a blast. I've been kind of looking at your stuff, and I wanted to reach out to you because I'm looking for several product models and testers in a bunch of different categories. Would it be okay to send you some information on that?
Yeah, thank you. I hope you had a happy Mother's Day too. Yeah, definitely. Let me see what you have.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yes, Mother's Day was awesome. It was very relaxing. I think it should be like Mother's Week. Before I word vomit all over you, there's so many different categories that you could choose from. Let me just kind of put those down here below. Would you tell me which ones kind of pique your interest the most?
Yeah.
Cool. So I've got something for longer, stronger hair, weight loss, less stretch marks, less joint pain, more energy. I'm like visualizing the product catalog in my head. Skin tightening, and less wrinkles. Do any of those sound like something, or clear?
Yeah, I'm always exhausted, so I could definitely use something for energy. And ever since I had my daughter, my hair's been falling out when I brush it. Yeah, I would definitely like to look in what you have for stronger hair too.
Okay, yay. The hair one is one of my favorites. I lost a ton of hair postpartum. And so I used actually our vitamin as a product model for myself. And this is what it did for me. Boom, I send her my picture. And of course, you know, being a mom, I'm very familiar with being low on energy. So what I use is our greens supplement, and then our energy drinks. Boom, boom. I send her the little picture that describes each of those. Not yet. And then I kind of give it like 2 minutes. Usually they'll ask a question. If they don't, I'll continue on. And I'll say, hold on, not yet. And I'll say, Normally the greens are $55 for a month's supply, but as my tester, a 90-day tester for me, you'd get it at $33 a month plus 40% off all of your product purchases for life. There is an option as well if you'd like to use the products and make money. The hair vitamin is $55 normally, but as a model for me in those 90 days, instead of $55 a month, you'd get it at $33. And then our energy drinks, you actually get 12, so you could do one almost every other day or every 3 days. And instead of, and I don't remember this one off the top of my head, the price, I want to say it's like 60 normally or 65.
Yeah, I think it's
again, I'm leading with retail and saying, but as a demo, as a tester, you'd get it at this much. So it's leading with retail. Which one of those would be within the budget for you, or would you prefer the information, Megan, on making some extra money while using them at the same time?
Well, yeah, I would like to start off with the hair stuff, but I would actually like some info on making some extra money too, because we have been actually struggling.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, when I started this business, we had like 20 grand on credit cards. And
wow.
That's the number one reason why we started. In 6 months, we were able to pay that off. So it's up to you. I have 2 different options for you. I have a 15-minute video that kind of highlights our journey and some of the products. Or I did a recent online information session, and that goes into more in-depth information on the products. But it's going to take a little bit longer to look over. Which one of those would you prefer to look at?
I don't know. I got a lot going on today. So let me try the 15 one first, and then maybe if I have time during the week, I'll get to the longer one.
Okay, cool. Is that something you think you could watch tonight?
Yeah, definitely after I put my kids to bed.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and send it to you, and then I'm going to reach out to you later tonight and just see what questions you have from there, because we want to do this quick if you want to do it, because there's a $10,000 bonus opportunity that ends soon. So,
oh, wow. I would love to get that.
And I earned it, so I know you can too. I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to that, and then I'll touch base in a few hours with you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, boom, send it. Reese wants to say something, sorry.
All she says is blah, 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 blah,
blah. So yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. And a lot of times they'll say, no, I'm good. I don't really want to make any extra money right now. And I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, which one of those or which couple of those would you want to get started with? And then they might say, like you, I think I'd like to do the hair, skin, and nails. Cool. Awesome. Is it easier for me to get your information, put the order through? Or is it easier for me to walk you through the website to get your first month's order in? And then you go from there. So many people prefer to just give you their info. It's crazy. So, but yeah. Cool. Does that help a little bit? With like how to okay, it's all like always lead with retail. Does anybody have any questions on anything else that they want to go over?
I guess like following up, I don't know, like I've been talking to so many people and I don't know, I'm just following up, but like nobody seems to, like sometimes getting ignored a lot. But I
don't be afraid. A lot of the times that I get ignored, my next message is it's, hey, did I upset you or something? I can see my messages, or I've sent several messages and I haven't gotten a response. Like, I'm actually kind of concerned if you're okay, you know?
Okay, try that.
And sometimes I'll get, I've just been in my own head lately, and you have to walk them through that. You become like a psychologist at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you'll, and this is where you get the money excuse. No, I've just been really embarrassed. I don't have the money for it right now. Girl, I can help you with that. Remember, that's our job, is to help people. I don't have the money right now. Hey, let's help you make some money then. Like, that's a problem. Let's help you make some money then. But yeah, I hear you, Megs. It happens to me too.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions? No? Do you guys want to do a quick work session then?
No.
I'm down.
No, I'm not.
Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and ask some people then. Let them know that you're go ahead and send 5 more messages to people saying like, hey, I'm looking for some extra product models. Again, what I do is I go to their page, I like or comment on something, and then I message them. I want to.
So,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I've been doing most of my messaging on Instagram. I mean, I've been doing like every day the power or the push thing. But like, so, I mean, because I don't know. I don't think on Instagram there's really a way, because I have my Facebook set up to the smart list with May, April, you know, when I added them.
Uh-huh.
And like, I don't know. So I don't know if I'm reaching out to people that I added just recently or not, because I don't know. I can't keep track of that in my head really.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so I guess my question is like, I don't know, even on Facebook, like how long, like, I mean, how long do you wait? Like that's, I don't know, that's always been like a struggle on when to reach out. When do you just like go right in? Like,
No. So it just depends. Like if I've been consciously seeing their stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, this person has like 5,000 followers. Their stuff is just really good. I'm dying to have them on my team. I'll make sure to like on their stuff for a few days and then tell them like, I have got to ask you, like, I'm dying to have you on my team. I think you'd be really good at what I do. Can I send you info? But most of what I do, because I do have a good following on Instagram, is literally just trying to catch up with the people that liked my photos. And again, remember, Instagram is about photos. So it could be a gorgeous picture of me and my family, and it could say something about how we paid off debt in that 6 months. And that gives me an open door to say, hey, I really appreciate your support on this picture. I've been kind of looking over your Instagram, and I think that you'd be good at what I do. Can I send you some info? That sort of a thing.
that one. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah. Let me message. So I'm going to go ahead and follow up with people that have liked my pictures. I can kind of talk you through what I'm saying if you guys want. Like this girl, for example, I had asked about being a product model. Hey girl, looking for some product models. Would it be cool to send you some info? What kind of product? Sure, send me pics. And I said, oh, so many different options. We have stuff for less wrinkles, less stretch marks, tight and loose skin, weight loss, more energy, any sort of health problem, reducing joint pain, longer, stronger hair, and more. Is there a specific one you might be interested in, or any health or skincare goals you have? And she didn't respond. So I'm going to say, hold on. I have a Bluetooth keyboard. It like kills my hands to do this all day. It hurts my wrists. So
Yeah.
I've been using that. I gotta set it up. Plus I can like type a lot faster, which is nice. So yeah, go ahead and just reach out to some people. Either do some follow-ups if you need help with that follow-up, like, hey, they're not responding, or hey, what do I say? Please speak up.
Okay.
Or if you need help with the wording on the product model thing. Oops.
Okay.
Please let me know. I'll just kind of ramble on as you guys are used to. Okay, so with that girl, I'm just going to say that didn't respond. Hey, beautiful. I hope you are having a good weekend. She likes like every single one of my photos. So I'm like, all right, come on. I wanted to check back to see if you got my last message. I love ending with questions.
So I have this one girl that I was asking a few people to post about the cleanse for me, and I got a lot of potentials from that. But this one girl said she was wanting the wraps. One of the girls that was posting for the cleanse for me, and I was like, okay, when were you looking to get started? And she was like, as soon as possible. And then that was like late the other night. And I was like, okay, great. Would you rather me walk you, or would you rather send me your info, or would you be more comfortable me walking you through the site? And then she was like, okay. And she's like, responds, sorry, I have 2 girls interested if you want to give them some info. I was like, okay, sure. And then the next morning I reached out. I was like, oh yeah, I got the notification. They commented. I'll message them and I'll let you know what happens. And I was like, have you ever considered making some income with us? And this could be your first few customers. That's just a thought, but just message me. I'll message them now and let you know what happens. And then she didn't respond to that. And then the next morning I was like, hey love, I was like, messaged them last night, just waiting on hearing back. I was like, would you like my website to get the order placed, or oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what I've read. Would you like my website to get the order placed? Or if they order, I'll definitely shoot you that wrap in the mail. And then I was like, super excited for you. Have a good day. And then I've never heard back from her. So
I would message her something simple and say, hey, whatever her name is, hey, Sally, were you still wanting to get some wraps for yourself? Or would it be okay to send you the information on making some extra money with us too? Just
okay.
really simple.
All right. Yeah, maybe I said too much or something. I don't know.
So this is my opportunity post the other day, or actually this morning. And it was just like my business card against a margarita. And I said, do you like to party and meet new people? We can help you get paid to do those things. Life is about enjoying your time with great people and living a life of adventure. While money doesn't solve everything, you can open doors for more adventure. I totally typoed that like crazy. So there's like 10 different people that liked it. So I'm going to message them. Great people in living and like, well, money doesn't solve everything, you can open doors for.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
I've been getting like crazy amounts of people from Lullaroo on my Instagram. Like that's the only like friends that I can find on Instagram. Should I keep adding them, or?
I don't follow LuLaRoe people back because I just don't like LuLaRoe clothing. And I know people are like addicted to it. I have some of their leggings. I like one of their skirt types. It's expensive as all hell. I pay like $50 for these skirts, and I'm like a Ross like clearance rack shopper. So
me too. That's the thing. Like I don't want to even see Lullaroo,
yeah,
but
I mean, follow them back. I don't. But the thing is when you're following people, if your profile does not look clean, they are not going to follow you back. The reason why people don't follow you back is because you don't have a message that they want to follow. So that's why on my Instagram, it's like at very best, every other post is business. And even then, sometimes it's 1 out of 3 posts are business. And that business post might be a picture of me again, because it's all about pictures. So when you go to my profile, it looks very clean. There's like one belly in there right now, but it's just one belly. It's not a before and after. It was hey, who wants to see what happened to this? So some people might be thinking it's a progress picture of myself or whatever. I don't know. So you have to keep that very clean. Like what I do to see, like before I go follow a bunch of people, is I click into my profile and I look like, would I follow myself? If I was not with It Works, if I just wasn't a big fan of it and I got followed by me, would I follow myself right now? You know what I mean? So that's why I post a lot about like wine and, you know, the things that I like, wine and momming and, you know, just the adventure we're having throughout the day. Like Sydney brought me like 25 freaking books earlier today and stacked them all up and was like, she first asked me if we could read some books. And then she literally just kept adding books to this pile and it was like this big. So I snapped a picture of her doing it and just put, you know, like, Mommy, can we read some books? You know, cause it's like, really, like, we're going to read all these books. You know, it's just silly stuff. Inspirational quotes and tips sometimes, stuff like, tips about removing this and using this instead, or recipes and things like that. So you have to have a really clean profile, that's for sure. Yeah, so there's only one before and after. You look at the first like 12 pictures and there's only this and this here. The rest they wouldn't really necessarily know are It Works related. So I always look at that before I follow a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's my problem. I never really used Instagram before this.
Yeah, and I made the same mistake, believe me. Like, if you go back to my post when I very first started, it's like before and after, before and after, before and after. It works, it works, it works, it works.
I try to put stuff that's like helpful tips or something that I get off of the global page.
Yeah.
But I try not to put as many before and after because I don't want to see the before and afters in my news.
Time. Yeah. I'll go back and delete these too. Like, I'm going to go back and delete that belly pic here probably tomorrow at some point after I follow up with people that liked it. Violet, you're driving me nuts. In or out? Decide. Ay. So yeah, I mean, I let them follow me, but I'm like, sorry, my cousin does it. I'll buy a few things from her. I'm not into, like, I'm pretty fit. Like, I'm thicker, but like I'm muscle, and I do not feel comfortable in those leggings. So I'm like a $5 legging person too, usually.
Yes, I know. I got like these really soft leggings at Walmart for like $5. So
oh my God, I did too.
Yeah, I got ones like during Christmas time. These like they are so soft. I love them so much. But like when I first started, well, I was in another company before this, and I don't even know. My sponsor was so dumb. She just told me to go into these group pages and like on this friend chain of like who needs more friends, and they were all network marketers. So like we were all adding each other, and then I got like I have so many network marketers on my Facebook and then on my Instagram too now, because I don't know, I synced it or whatever where you add your friends. But anyway, so what I've been doing, trying to go through, and then like what I'll do to get the like ratio the same, like if I come across somebody that's just like a seller or whatever, I'll just hit block and then unblock real quick. That way it has them like unfollow you, if that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? So I just hit block and then unblock, and then that evens out my ratio where they're not following me anymore either. So I don't know. That's just what I'm doing.
We only have 10 minutes left on this. So I have a girl that says, I reached out to her and I said, I really appreciate your love on this. Would you or anyone you know be interested in some information on being a product model for this or any of our other stuff? She said, hi, happy Friday to you too. Yes, I do have interest in the product. I'm new here to the US, so I don't know a lot about treatments and good products for the body. And in Brazil, we have a lot of them, which Brazilian people are like really into their looks. Like have you ever gone to Brazil? Like everyone's gorgeous. You're like, what the hell? So they call it like the Brazilian butt lift and all that. So they're just like, it's like about your looks. Like it's about being sexy to them. And one of my best friends is Brazilian. So she's like, we go to Zumba and she's just like trying to be as sexy as possible. And so anyways, it's about that. So she goes, so yes, it would be nice if you could send me some info, prices, etc. So I said, okay, awesome. What areas are you trying to treat and what goals do you have? I have a really good friend from Brazil. It's so pretty there. So again, like keeping it personal with them, not just business. Like, oh, you're from Brazil, like be relatable, or and their friend. She goes, thighs, butt, belly, arms, almost my whole body. I've gained a lot of weight since I moved here. That's a trigger thing for me. I've gained a lot of weight since I've moved here. So maybe she's not eating right. And also she's looking for weight loss, but we were talking about defining gel. So don't be afraid to be consultative here and talk about, okay, well, hey, are you wanting to lose some weight and tighten up the skin? So that's what I'm gonna say. Oh, okay, it happens to the best of us. The food here in the US
Mama,
can be much different
Mama,
than Brazil, I'm sure. Hold on, baby.
get me.
Would you want info on some natural weight loss products too, as well as skin tightening? Or just the skin tightening stuff? Okay.
Could you give me paint?
No way. You need to pick up your stuff. And then we'll do something. I'm almost done.
What?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, the more messages you send every single day, the better you're going to do at this business. It's 100% a numbers game. Don't get upset when people ignore you. Don't get upset when people say no. Don't get upset when people say they're going to do something and then they don't. It's just a numbers game. There's an average in everything. There's going to be people that ignore you. A certain of them are going to say yes and then not follow through. A certain of them are going to say no. A certain percentage are going to say no. And then some of those no's will later become yeses. So it's just a law of averages. You can't take it personally. And there's always going to be the people that say they're going to do something and don't follow through. So that's just unfortunately life. But since we only have 6 minutes left, do you guys have any other questions before we? No? Yeah, I hope everyone's doing that 16-day challenge with Casey. If it's not seeming to pay off now, it's just that you're in the planting season still, and that's okay. I've had a bad month this month, and I feel like I've worked my hardest, and it just happens. Harvest.
Me too.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes. And you know what's funny is this month last year was the same. I had a great April, and I had a great April this month too, or this year too. And then in May was like that. So it may be Pete's graduations, maybe it's
Mother's Day,
So who knows? And don't let it. You're still planting. So don't let it upset you. There's nothing worse than when someone quits after a few months, and I've friended a few of their people that we were kind of talking with, and then they join me. And I'm like, dude, you were so close to enrolling a distributor and you quit, So keep up the good work. Thanks for being on tonight.
It's not nighttime.
It's daytime here where we're at. So, and I will let you guys get back to work for the night. Family call starts, I think, in an hour? And the Show Me the Money calls tomorrow night. Last month, again, to enroll a distributor to earn the 10 grand. And they still have the kit special right now as well. Oh, don't forget about the 6-week challenge too. I think everyone on here wanted to be in that. And I am so serious, guys. The challenges need to be done every day. You better be dead if you didn't do the challenges. You know what I mean?
When does that start?
June 1st.
Okay.
So new distributors are eligible too. This is a runners group. It's going to be a push group. So this is something that we'd like to really mentor. We'd like to start doing this every 6 weeks, especially with newbies that are serious about it. If you see these Ambassador Diamonds, they're doing these push groups with all their newbies, and really when you keep the fire from the beginning with a distributor, that's when they grow the fastest, is what I'm seeing. In the past 4 years, it's always the ones that are new that keep the excitement. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for being on. Let me take a picture of you all before we go. I'm gonna stop the recording. Cool. Did I stop it? No.